but you have to win custody. I'll marry you, even though I'm in love with someone else. No, I can't ruin your happiness, your life. No, it's all about the baby.
Welcome to Take Two Radio. We are pleased to bring you interviews with people in the entertainment and music industry, discussions and recaps of the 4 remaining daytime soaps. That's The Bold and the Beautiful, The Young and the Restless, General Hospital, and Days of Our Lives, as well as various other shows. For upcoming and previous shows, check take2radio.com. That's with the number 2. And you can find us on Blog Talk Radio, iHeartRadio, iTunes, and other streaming apps. Follow us on social media at Take Two Radio, and thanks for listening.
Hey, good evening, everybody. I'm David, Take Two Radio, filling in for Pam, who is out because of weather conditions in the Chicago area. And with me, after that opening, I think we got a couple of silly gooses here, Carolyn.
They sound like they're pumped.
I would like to introduce Carolyn, Candice, and Anthony.
Hey.
And we're here for Take Two Radio Soaps and Review. A little revised edition.
Well, absolutely. And if you guys have been listening over the past couple of weeks, we've had some amazing guests. Go back into your podcast feeds and take a look at our last couple of shows. But tonight, it's just the 4 of us, and we are ready to get down, dirty, and then soak it all up.
And there are plans that we were going to try our own soap opera tonight, but since Pam couldn't make it because she wanted to share something, she wanted us all on like 15 minutes before 7, so because she had ideas. So we'll put that on hold until things calm with her and she can join us.
Next time.
Yeah.
And another time. But Candice brought up a good suggestion earlier this week, and I do like that suggestion, Candice.
I had so many ideas this week.
You're full of it this week.
I hope you're liking the craziest soap characters ever. I hope that's the one you're lacking. Because we could build a whole show around that.
5 to 10 moments that made you scream at your television.
Pretty much.
Oh, that one's good too.
Yeah, Anthony, I thought of you when I came up with that idea. I thought of you. You were the number one person. Yeah, Anthony. I was like, Anthony would applaud this because I know at least 2 of them that he probably.
Oh, yeah. I know one.
Yes.
I had one right off the bat.
Sure. All right, David.
Should we do a recap of the 2 first and then get into that?
Yeah, I guess we should. That would probably please our listeners.
Yeah.
Let's Anthony, tell us what's going on with Young and the Restless right now. What are they doing with the Young and the Restless right now?
They're doing recap shows. They did the Best of Victor and Nikki.
Yep.
What's this week? Yeah,
it was Rivals.
The first week was it was Rivals Week. You're welcome, by the way, social media. If I called it. Thank you. Let me see. So it's been Catherine the Great, Victor and Nikki's love story. Then it's Rivals
Week.
And ladies and gentlemen, they're honoring the Winters family. Now,
nice.
Here's the thing. They already came out with what they're going to show with the description of the episodes. Let me just tell you something. I know people are going to be up in arms. Let me just say these are actually really good episodes to help you understand how this person connected to this person to make it a family. And yes, you will see the other Lily.
Davita Sherwood.
And are we gonna see when Brighton was still deaf? Devon?
Yeah.
I think one of the episodes. Well, the one episode is when they officially adopted him, and the other one is when he got in trouble. We're going to see Kristoff. Yeah, we're going to see Kristoff and Shamar's first episode. We're going to see when Neil was hunting Lily and Daniel in California. You remember that episode?
I remember. Oh yeah.
So yeah. So like I said, I know some fans are probably going to be up in arms because there's some other episodes that could have been shown. But for this, for first and foremost, for this to be the first family to get a week.
Yeah,
the
that
importance
was
of Winter's family has
that's
never.
Class.
Yeah, the point. That's class act, and I really do hope. And I said this I actually said this an hour before they put it out there because I knew they were going to do a week for Kristoff St. John. And I said I hope they showcase, all of Neil's, personas, husband, father, friend, da-da-da-da. But I really do hope CBS reach out to Victoria Raoul, Shamar Moore, Crystal Khalil, Davita Sherwood, and Brighton James next week and be on social media.
Yes, absolutely.
So.
And did we not have cast members live tweeting this week?
Yes. You had, Sharon Case, you had Melissa Orway was last week. They've been doing a really good job of incorporating the actors. Sorry to take this away from you, Anthony. But they've been doing a good job of having the actors, socialize with the audience instead of leaving them hanging. I'm not going to say what show it was that. I have to be nice. Apologize right now. I'm going to be nice to everybody tonight.
You are nice
because we're one.
I'm going to be nice to everybody, but before we do the Bold and the Beautiful, and before we actually do the recaps of the two shows that are still showing fresh episodes, I would like to ask. No, well, yes, actually, but I'd like to ask our listeners to reach out hashtag-wise on Twitter, to hit some things up on Facebook. You can always hit me up on Facebook for direct email addresses because General Hospital has decided to do classic episodes and theme weeks as well, and they had it all set up. But exactly, but they had it. And what they're deciding to show is stuff that's so what I'm going to say is they had so many of the actors and actresses that were ready to live tweet, that were ready to throw in interspersed pre-recorded messages to go with some of these classic episodes, like, of course, BJ and Christina and Jackie / Bobby and Christina / Felicia finding out, and these actresses already made blurbs to go in with these shows. So guys, please hashtag the campaign that you guys want this. You want to see this because we're basically looking at no new episodes right now, and this is probably
so September, October.
Yeah, we're not looking at new episodes until October. No, we're not going to see new episodes until October. They're not going to go back into production until the end of August, early September.
End of August? I thought by August.
Nope. Because the order is through summer, and if you think about it, that they have to, like Scott Clifton said, during his Q&A this week, things are going to be changed. Like the whole structure of what the soaps have been filming and stuff is going to completely change, and we have to take in consideration. And okay, I'm going to get on my soapbox. Everybody who wants these soaps to come back on, please be aware of the fact that health is first. Okay, there was 2 members of Young Ambassadors who had this. There was also somebody on General Hospital as well. And you also got to take in consideration that there is older cast members that has been affected and will probably be affected by the changes of what the new filming rules will be. There is not going to be no kissing here and there and everything. It's going to take trust. It's going to take a process. So please bear with, everybody, because this is something that nobody saw coming. I know some people are like, well, they should have filmed da-da-da-da-da if they knew this. Nobody knew this.
No one knew this.
Nobody knew how long this was going to be. So,
public service announcement, just like you don't want to go to work and bring it home to your children, your mother, your father, your spouse, your neighbor, the man who delivers your milk, just like you don't want to give it to nobody else, they don't want to give it to their families. They don't want to put themselves and their families at risk. So that whole idea of, well, they filmed so fast, why didn't they spend the extra week if nobody was sick?
They shut it down.
I follow the rules. They follow the rules. And that's, there was a writer's strike years ago. We all had to deal with the aftermath of that, and we will deal with the aftermath of this as well.
Exactly.
We shall overcome
Candice,
it.
What's going on with Bold?
So this past week on the Bold and the Beautiful, oh my gosh, they've gone back into the history books. I want to sound really professional saying this. So Bold and the Beautiful has been doing theme week as well. This week was fashion because, Bold and Beautiful has kind of gotten away from the fashion. So this week we saw, the different fashion shows and certain characters. I mean, last week was Epic Wedding Week. Remember those days? I know you did. Next week, this was by popular demand. It's the best of Brooke Logan. When you think Bold, you think Brooke. And yes, folks, Anthony, get ready. They're showing when Brooke unraveled the Brooke bedroom line.
Oh, yeah.
They are?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And a piece of news to honor Darlene Conley. I think it's her birthday or her anniversary on the show or something in the mid-month of June. They're also going to do a week devoted to Sally Spector, which
because it's basically they've been tapping into history, and they showed 2 weddings of Brooke, and then 2 weddings of Liam and Bill and Katie, which. I want to say this. I didn't know how many people, because that was last week, I didn't know how many people didn't know about the Bill and Katie wedding, the flashback for Katie. Because people was like, did they use old Young and the Restless clip for Katie? I was like, I was like, okay, maybe, okay. I was like, back in the day, probably nobody knew. But, yeah, they've been kind of putting together, just like Young and the Restless. And, I know I'm going to sound biased, but they're doing a good job with the classic flashback because they're not doing what some people said. Oh, they're not going to show, past this because this person wasn't playing the role of this character. When I tell you they showed episodes from 1981, they did. Terry Lasner, Jack, oh, yes, they did. All the Jills, pretty much. All the Ashleys, pretty much. So, and obviously next week they're going to show, the different Lily. But Bold and Beautiful has been doing that, and they've been, doing the social media saying, Catherine Carolyn, I guess she's going to be the front, center next week. But, yeah, they're going to show the first scene with her and Thorsten Kaye, the 5,000th episode. If you remember, that had John, Susan, Ron, Catherine, Brooke's bedroom line. Anthony, they're going to have Nick and Brooke's wedding. Going back again. Take a look around. Finding what okay, we get I can sing that on point. And then they're gonna have what was it? Episode with Brooke and Eric. After the wedding, after the honeymoon, when Stephanie had to deal with it. I'm just saying. So I just like to point this out. Next the following week can Young and Restless and Bold do a joint week wherein they honor Sheila Carter. All right, that's all I gotta say.
Yes. Yes.
Give me I came up with so many ideas. They need to do before. Well, Young and Restless before they were stars week, like Tom Selleck, Paul Walker, Eva Longoria, Shamar Moore. Well, that David Hasselhoff.
I'd like to throw this out to CBS fans. Sorry, not the pharmacy. Since they still own the rights, why not give us a week of classic Guiding Light, a week of classic As the World Turns? If we hashtag it out there, it's possible we could get it.
I'm going to tell you this. I will tell you this. There's a certain young lady that co-hosts this soap podcast called Take Two Radio. She's like a big John Light fan. She got issues.
I think I know her.
Right, but I don't know her. I mean, if you can tell her hi for me, I'm a big fan of hers. But I do know that people have, because of the reunions, have been tweeting Procter Gamble. It's not Procter and Gamble. It's Procter Gamble, and telling them, like, take a look at the viewership. And yeah, because Procter & Gamble still they do own the rights and they're tight about it. However, I will say something. I do think they're listening. And you guys, seriously, like Anthony says, tweet them, because we're getting the reunions. People are responding to it. The actors want the shows to come back. It's not like they're all like, well, you know, time has passed, da-da-da-da-da-da. No, they really do want to come back to these shows. So Procter & Gamble, okay, not at Procter & Gamble. And, yeah, tag CBS, too. So, you know.
Well, if I can make a suggestion.
Oh, girl, please, Queen. Come on, Queen.
An observation, and a few people have come in and made note of this. Because we are more up to date and we're more knowledgeable about their Twitter handles. I've had some people say to me, well, I like that one, blah, 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 but I don't know what they are on Twitter, and I don't know what they are on Instagram. So maybe a week before, like you were just talking about General Hospital, are they doing a Zoom? What's the concept that they're doing, that they want to interact with the fans, correct?
Yes.
Yes. You could put it together maybe the week before, or in a post, and say, now these are the actors. These are, you know, where you can contact them. I think there's a breakdown in communication with fans and a lot of the actors. They're just not. A lot of the fans are not upon all that. That's
right.
What I'm finding. Anyway. So it's just a thought. It's a thought. To clarify things a little more.
Yeah, that is definitely a good idea. There's so many opinions about what Jay's doing, and I'm just going to say Friday's episode, tomorrow's episode is from last year. So that's your classic Friday episode last year.
Yeah. You know, Candice, if you'll put together CBS, I'll do Days and General Hospital, and we can present it up on I'm sure Pam would love to have a comprehensive list of, you know, where we can contact each specific show, and as many of the actors and actresses as we can find.
And even on our tweet, just make an announcement and sign all the ones that you want involved, and say, you know, this is what they're going to be doing in, you know, 3 days or whatever. Make an announcement, and to me, it's just more. It's a heads up. And kind of tweak it before, and, you know, say, well, we've got a surprise coming, or this is happening, and if you know, it's communication, interaction. I think the stars seem to be getting far more involved. Well, with me, anyways. On
because they want to be seen more.
Yeah.
Well, our favorite Take Two Radio co-host.
They want to keep this going.
Our favorite Take Two Radio co-host let us know before we went on air about something that I would have, oh my God, fallen off my chair to have watched. I'm going to have to watch it on YouTube. I would have fallen off my chair to have been able to interact. Girl, tell them what happened. Tell them what you just finished interacting with.
So if y'all follow me at Candy Poo on Twitter, y'all know that I've been tweeting out all these, like, you know, retweets, all the reunions. I'm loving this, like, literally loving it. Tuesday was the Passions reunion. If you missed it, go on YouTube. I'm just going to say this. Don't be surprised, y'all, because we've been talking about it. Don't be surprised if you see Passions coming back soon. I'm just saying. So today was, you know, every soap has had their reunions. Gone Light, as well as All My Children, One Life to Live, da-da-da-da. And somebody kept saying, what about Loving? Loving. You remember Loving. Of corner of Pennsylvania. Figure it out. Okay, so it was the ladies of Loving today. It was from Showrunner Productions.
See, before you start, that's the header. So a lot of people, we're, like I said, we're up on YouTube. I'm up on YouTube. You are. But I'm finding a lot of people that just aren't. So if you are specific and say, this is where it is and this is what it's under, then they won't be searching around. I mean, you even clarified something, Anthony. You thought it was one way and it was another. So that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, and so with the Loving reunion, because it's been over 20-something years since the final episode.
Oh, God.
And so they had Christina Tudor, who played my Gwendolyn, who should have got an Emmy nod and an Emmy win. Okay, she's down in Florida. She's a teacher. Noelle Beck, who, you guys know as Trisha. Some of you guys know as the Well-Turned Second Lily. She was on there. She's a grandmother now. You had Lord Marie Taylor, who plays Stacey Donovan Forbes. She was there. They had the original Ava Rascott. They had so many people there that for it to be the first go around, and there was fan participation, it was so well. And they're going to do it another one. They're going to do a guys one, and they're going to try to continue it. I think it's really important. I'm going to say this right now is that I know we're all at home, and seeing these reunions, they're bringing us feelings. And I always say the soap operas have always been there through the good, the bad, and the WTF moments, and this is certainly one of those WTF moments. But I hope that they continue after everything kind of goes back to quote-unquote normal, because I like seeing our family. That's pretty much who they are. They're a family. And I applaud everybody for doing these reunions because, and it is said that it had to take something like this to do it, but I hope that they continue to do it afterwards. And I do hope that, like ABC, that somebody from ABC, NBC, CBS, are taking a look at the viewership of these YouTube videos, these reunions, and kind of saying, like, maybe we should do this. Like I said, Passions, just 2021, okay? Gotcha. Maybe.
Well, I mean, definitely ABC is paying attention because they just had that wonderful special,
which is Tuesday. Tuesday night.
That's coming in Tuesday.
Which, of course, many people on that show have been on our show. One of our favorites, Miss Andrea Evans, who was just at the Passions reunion as well, and had beautiful things to say about it.
Yeah, we can announce
Anthony,
that.
you missed Andrea. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Anthony, you missed Andrea. She was on the benefit on Saturday night.
Oh, yeah.
No, I saw that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that was something else, too, was the, Daytime Cares. I mean, that was only supposed to be, you want to know something? It was only supposed to be 2 hours.
It was just shy of midnight.
Yeah. Yep. It was like 6 minutes. I'm like stretch it out. And I mean, it, like I said, this is the best genre. The soap genre is the best genre. Name another genre out there that's doing all of this. I'll wait.
You can't because it's a phenomenon.
I mean,
it's a phenomenon.
Right, it's the rebirth.
Well,
I mean, if you think about it, it's kind of the rebirth. Yeah.
Now, who was there with us? Candice, it was you, Pam, and I. We were watching. How about Carolyn? Did you get a chance to go in?
No.
I went in. And stepping away from soap.
Yeah.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry, Candice.
You missed Kyle Louder singing opera?
Yeah, Kyle sang.
Carolyn,
Tim Zimmer sang.
Robert Newman song.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Everyone was asking Josh to sing, and I was surprised Alan brought it up to him. and he wanted to, I think. Didn't he, Candice?
He did. It was a good turnout, but Anthony?
Well, stepping away from soaps for 1 minute because it's close to our genre, fans of MTV's The Real World on May 24th, it's a Sunday night, and they're billing it as 2 hours, but just like Soap Opera Cares, Daytime Cares, they may end up going way, way over. They're saying as of right now that they have 37 former Real World cast members participating in the Real World Real Life Reunion.
Oh, wow.
Now, as long as they don't bring up any of these Jersey Shore people, I'm there the whole entire time.
Well, technically, wait a minute, we can tie that into soap because the creator of The Real World worked on The City.
That's right, Mary Alice Dunham.
Yep. So, and she also did Fighter Games, which was MTV's first soap opera that, kind of talked about. They always said something about Bold and Beautiful and Sunset Beach. If you didn't watch it, go on YouTube. Thank you. But yeah, you see how that ties into the soap. See that? You see how we did that? So just
a lot
all
of people,
around us.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know all the all the info, all the secrets behind the scenes, and how it evolved, and who was in it, and
that's why you're going to be watching. That's why people are going to be watching Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, 7 Central, The Story of Soaps on ABC. Boom.
Yep.
I'm like a walking billboard. Let me go ahead.
You guys are the educators.
Well, Queen, one person at a time.
You're gonna hone your you're honing your teaching skills there, Candice.
There you go. See? Look at that.
Yep.
Queen, fill us in on what's been happening up in Salem.
Oh goodness. Where do we begin? Where do I begin? Sad about Kristen leaving. That was a shock. Did you guys know about that like a while ago? Or?
No.
Really?
I didn't know that Stacey was leaving.
Nope.
No.
Came as a total shock.
The acting, Sarah and Kristen and whatever was fantastic, but then it's just kind of fallen flat. No one knows where she's gone. Mind you, she said on her Facebook feed that she'll be back. She'll be back. So that was people felt better.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's tired of of the hallucinations are back, and she's leaving too, right? Kate Massey's leaving.
Kate's leaving.
Kate's leaving too.
Yeah.
But do you still think it's Chad?
Yep.
I do. Yeah.
Really?
I don't know. I go back and forth. I don't want to pin it.
I do.
I'm pinning it. I'm pinning it because that would be so Sophie. Because you got to remember, Chad's been, and I said this, Chad has been brainwashed to forget his love for Abby. Like the last time was with Belle. Remember that whole cat to heaven and all that stuff. And Abby's love brought him back. So to me, whoever is doing this, when Chad was hypnotized the past time, probably put it in his head to also act normal. So it's like a switch. Like one moment he's concerned about Abby, but then that switch, that little tick goes off, and he's doing something else. And the fact that he acts a certain way around, like he kind of was constantly stressing Abby out. And I'm like, ooh. And not only that, he's telling everybody, Gabby, 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 Gabby. Of course, everybody's going to think Gabby because of the history with Abby and Gabby. Ron? Because there's nobody else. Yep. Chad. Yep. It's a soap opera, damn it.
Soap opera.
Interesting.
I was surprised that
I'm going to be the one. I'm going to be the one to say it. I miss Steve and Stefano.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He played that well, I thought.
He was 1,000 times more interesting. I mean, no, actually, there's no justification. I miss it.
Aww.
There was so much more that they could have done with it.
Like?
Candice.
What do you mean, like? Like, give a. I want a scenario.
Well, I mean,
so
first and foremost, to tie it into that he could be behind hypnotizing Chad and driving Abigail insane. I mean, there's so many things. He could have gone after Kate. I mean, there were so many different storylines. I mean, I would have loved to have seen, the byplay between him and Kate. That would have been great. I would have loved to see, a classic, going after the whole kit and caboodle. I would have loved to have seen him interact with going after Victor. I mean, there are so many things that they could have done with that. Kidnapping Justin. I mean,
really?
All right, so Candice, Queen Carolyn, tell us what you like about Days right now. What's tickling your innards?
Well, I kind of like the fact that Ben and Sierra, they got engaged. I'm not too sure about Hope. There's something not sitting right with me about Hope. I mean, I would like them. I would like them to every big happy family. And
I missed a little something of it. She looked like she was enjoying that reunion, but I didn't think that she'd go for it.
Yeah, well, that kind of threw me for a loop. I said, "Oh, what's going on with Hope?" Now, do you think Ben's going to be exonerated? I mean, there's something there. Do you all feel that he was the killer? Yes or no?
The necktie killer?
Yes.
Yeah, because we saw him do Will.
Okay. Well,
am I
right?
They're going to read.
We saw that.
But then again, Will's alive. So
yeah.
I have so many opinions about Ben and Sierra that I got in trouble for it. But I will say that with Hope, I feel as though she's doing it because she's missed half of the year. She's missed half of Sierra's life because she was Princess Gia. I miss the Princess Gia.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she's doing like every mother. Yeah, she feels guilt and she's gonna like push through it because she wants to make her. She owes it to her little girl to be happy for her. And even though she doesn't agree with it, like any mother, or parent, they're gonna be happy for their child. They may not be happy about the situation, but they're gonna be happy for their child. So you got that. I do think they're gonna do something to make Ben kind of just normal, which
for a little while.
Yeah, like I just feel as though like let him still be the necktie killer. Like I don't understand why we have to retcon some of that stuff. Like I understand, but at the same time I'm like, this is it's a soap opera, so I don't get it. But
well, I mean, on a show where half the cast was killed by a serial killer and then popped back up, about a year later on an island that nobody never done heard of.
We don't talk about that.
Anything's possible.
Anthony, that's incidental.
Anything's possible. I mean, this was one of their best storylines ever. And I'm sorry, of course, I didn't want to see them all go. Don't get me wrong, but they took one of their best storylines ever and basically put it into the meat grinder, grinded it all up, and made poop burgers out of it. They made poop burgers out of it. They thought they were loving, and then they said, "Oh, people are mad, so we gonna bring them all back." Well, that didn't quite work either.
They put all the babies in the meat grinder and kidnapping and switching and made hamburgers.
I'm just waiting for somebody to get possessed again.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Can you imagine if that happens again? And I know the perfect person.
Will.
No.
Okay. Who you going with, Candice?
So, I know somebody's going to be like, really? I would love to see Jennifer Rose.
Oh God, yes. Actually, oh God, yes. Yes, Candice,
little
yes.
Miss Goody too.
Jennifer Rose what?
Little Miss Goody too.
Possessed.
Get possessed by the devil.
Yeah.
You want to see
I
Jennifer
already have a
possessed.
layout of I want Jennifer Rose because all of this stuff, like she has a weak moment. So as we all remember back in the day with Marlena, she had a weakness that, like, because she was going hypnotize, she was going. So something like that could happen with Jennifer. Jennifer is pure, if you think about it. She is pure as you can get, pure as sugar. Okay, and the thing is that there could be an opening because she's been through a lot and she's still going through a lot. Okay, she lost a year, so up a little bit. Give her a little possession story. Give her something. I mean, either that or I had a storyline for Sierra too, but I'm going to be nice. But it involves a brain chip in Sierra's head.
Oh. It could
girl,
be
hadn't we had enough with brain chips?
No. Can you? And I blame. And here's the thing. I love Victoria because if you guys seen the days foods to drink are on us. What she did made me think about that brain chip. I was like, ooh, little princess in little Sierra.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, girl.
There you go.
I like that idea.
Mm-hmm. If they can't get Hope, they get Sierra. And then the Sierra fans, don't come after me, okay? I love y'all.
Yeah. Who do you
know
think
a couple can never be happy?
No. It's coming. The separation is coming somewhere soon. Who do you all think that Jake is talking to on the phone?
Vivian.
Who's his boss? Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think so. I think so.
I don't.
So you really think he is Stefan?
Nope.
No, I do not think that.
No, I do not think he's Stefan.
Nope. I think what it is that it's a Princess and a Piper situation. If y'all see Princess and Piper, you know what I'm talking about. I do think Jake is his own person. I do think he is connected to Stefan. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if they say Vivian had twins. And I know everybody's going to say, well, these are lies.
Yeah, that's more.
But again, because the only other thing, and I'll echo something I saw on social media, if he's really Stefan, then that's messed up that he's doing that to Gabby.
And Ralph said that he couldn't do it. He couldn't bring him back because
it's like the old
of
movie.
his heart.
I'm sorry, exactly.
Or he was brain dead.
Exactly.
Remember,
it's a Jake from General Hospital Part 2. If they do that, and I'm gonna be really, really pissed.
Right.
Really,
and that's
really
the thing
pissed.
that Ron has to, and that's the thing is that, and I said this, if you watch, especially for all of us who kind of, we've watched One Life to Live when Ron was over there to General Hospital, and there was some similarities. But obviously, if you're a General Hospital fan who's watching Days of Our Lives, you definitely see some similarities. Like, okay, you picked Jake. Okay, I understand shadiness, but it's like you cannot do the Jake storyline. Like, no. It's either they're two different individuals, and they might not even know each other. But then somebody says it's a doppelganger. You don't need that. You don't, Bonnie and Adriana, it has to be something more to it. If they say that he had his reconstructive surgery to look like this guy, okay, that's something different.
That's different.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
It could be someone.
I'll go with
that.
He could be someone unconnected, and Vivian could have just hired him
and got his face reconstructed to look like. That's all. To get the Demira money.
Yep.
What? There's your story right there.
To freak out Gabby.
Now, did anyone? You guys are all young. Did you ever see that movie? What is it? The Man in the Iron Mask.
Yep.
Did you ever see that? Yes.
Yeah.
I never saw.
I've seen.
No?
I mean, the Man with Iron Mask, Face Off. Yep. That's actually my favorite movie.
I'd love it to end up where they go flashbacking, and it turns out to be a guy who was in a horrible accident. He needed a complete reconstruction anyway. In walks Vivian, and bing, bang, boom, we got storyline for a year and a half.
Mm-hmm. Like this guy, down his luck.
Yeah, they always have the storyline, of stealing babies and switching babies and kidnapping and whatever.
Carolyn, were you satisfied by the outcome of the baby switching storyline? Honestly.
It's not over. You know what's coming, right?
I'm pretty sure, but go ahead, girl.
Go ahead.
Yeah, there was a third baby that was born that night.
Yep.
I heard something about that, but I wasn't sure
there's a
if it
third
was
baby,
believable.
and Sarah, and Sarah's gonna. Well, I shouldn't say, but Sarah's gonna be happy.
No.
And so
are you referring to what Evan and Orpheus might have done?
I haven't heard that.
It's kind of gone down the line. They do.
Say that again. Go ahead, David.
Go ahead, David.
They do have a secret, but I don't know what it is.
Oh. Anthony, have you heard anything?
I heard that Sarah's baby is alive, and that a no-name character is gonna be introduced because of this storyline. That's what I heard.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I saw a whisper somewhere that there was a third baby, and I said, "Oh no!" Well,
they made a mention to that when the night of when both of the women went into labor, that the reason the doctor didn't go to one of them was because she was delivering another baby. So they threw that in early, and then people, like, of course, with Zoe, and of course you got everybody saying, look, they don't know what we know. And it goes back to Maggie. We all know damn good and well Maggie didn't do this. So who is the third party? Now, I said Summer because do we really
okay.
But somehow I still kind of think she's still tied into this, or she was around. But I do think, that Orpheus and was a part of that too. So, I mean, it's kind of playing out in a way that all of us kind of like knew it was going to play out, because it would be unfair if Sarah's baby is really dead, and but
well, I mean, honestly, there was no need to bring the Summer references in if they weren't going to play with it later on down the road.
Right.
Now, could Summer be an agent for Orpheus? Absolutely. This is Days of Our Lives.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Anything is possible. But, yes, I do think we are going to see Summer again. Will it be the actress that we know? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, she ain't doing nothing right now, so hopefully. But I do think they wouldn't have thrown those references in for no reason. I will say this.
Yeah.
The time jump worked in so many ways. And it fell flat in a few ways, and it was just kind of borderline ICU kind of unit in a few ways as well. But it definitely gave them the opportunity to play with as many different ideas as they wanted to. And so, we can flash back at any point during the year and see other things that had happened. So, the possibilities are endless, really, at this point. And again,
it's very very convenient that a lot of the actors have let go or they haven't renewed their contracts, but then again, they're in the background and they may come back or they will come back. So it's all working in their favor, really. Because we heard a couple of weeks ago about Adrian.
Yeah, and we also have no idea how Sammy is going to be reintroduced to the Candice.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
And is she bringing Johnny with her?
There you go. Well, it certainly keeps everybody on their toes. Things are moving very quickly.
Well, unless you guys have anything else to say to Days of Our Lives, I guess we can move on to Port Charles.
Well, what did you think about Lonnie helping Kristen?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
So you loved it, I didn't. Because I want Lonnie to be held accountable for. No, I mean, here's the thing. I've been, and anybody who knows me knows that that's been my biggest issue, is that is one of the stories that should not have even been a part of a time jump, because Lonnie could have went straight to somebody and told them what Gabby was doing to her and EJ. But since they did Sister Act, after they kind of really, well, I'm just being honest, after they kind of settled back into Salem life, you never saw them in scenes together. If they were so best friends, how come, Lane, wasn't there for her and vice versa? So I feel as though, like, now, okay, you went ahead and you assist a criminal. Okay, here's the thing. This girl, Kristen, already killed Haley. Miss you, Haley. You was one of the good girls.
Yeah.
Not really. Okay. And then you stabbed Victor.
Okay, I don't miss her, but go ahead.
Well, no, I was being nice because, some fans, they were JJ and Haley fans. So we got to, respect that. We got to respect, respect someone else.
Now I get what you do.
Yeah, you get. I told you I was being nice tonight. So then you have her stabbing Victor. Okay, who's to say she has anger issues? Girl is not innocent. Okay, so for you to say, well, go ahead and go. I was with Eli when he said it's like he doesn't trust. Like, you're a cop.
That's right.
So basically, you just did something that's against all of your rules. If you're a cop. This is
you're eating and abetting.
There's no friends. There's no friends when you're a cop.
What? You can't get emotionally involved. You're a cop.
Right. And then when she said we both went through the same thing. No, you have not. Like,
no.
Your baby, no offense, your baby died, honey. Little David died. And Kristen thought her baby died, but now she has the opportunity to be a mother. You cannot say y'all situations are the same. Would you have done the same thing she would have done? No.
No.
No, you wouldn't. And Eli and they wouldn't allow you to. So for you to go ahead and let that girl go, okay, read the question. Honey, you're going to not be a cop anymore. No.
Did anyone notice
so
that they switched lawyers today?
Yeah, I knew that was
Zoe,
coming.
What
yeah, I
happened
knew
there?
that was coming.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, so fill me in real quick. What happened today?
A new Zoe, new lawyer's sister.
Yeah.
I like the other one better. What happened?
Kelly Tebow?
Okay. Yeah, I like her very much. So I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah.
She was
then
from too, wasn't she?
Yeah, she looks very familiar.
This new one?
No.
Isn't she the first Zoe?
No.
Well,
wait a minute.
I just know.
She did look familiar to me.
Yes.
Wasn't she the lady in white on GH?
Oh,
no, that was
interesting.
The one that was on today, yeah.
Okay. So Kelly, the one that was playing Zoe, around the time that she was playing Zoe, she landed Station 19, which is on 86. So there was conflict of schedule, do that. So they didn't know how long she was going to be on Station 19. She didn't, if it was going to be a long-term role or whatnot. so they went ahead and recast the role on David.
Oh.
That's what happened then, yeah.
And that's why she popped up on General Hospital. Got it.
Right.
Well,
that
was 6 months
that
ago,
role
though.
is recurring on Station 19, so she may end up back there. I just want to weigh in on the Kristen and Lonnie thing real quick. I get everything you're saying, and I agree with you, but it is Salem. So, you know, I like the setup for the story that it gives for later on down the road. And I also do like the, you know, I loved when Carly and Olivia became, you know, best buds for like the 10 minutes that they were on General Hospital. I like the unlikely pairing. I like the idea that, yes, you're right. They didn't say boo to each other in the last couple of months up in Salem, but I like that they revisited it, you know, and gave that send off because we all know Kristen's gonna be back, and if that is the case, one of the first people that she gonna come back is Lonnie, so they will revisit it again, and also, you know, it adds another layer because people have already beat the hell out of her for, like, you could have come to me. Abe said it. Eli said it. Eli Mama said it. Everybody said you could have done this. So now the second layer of this, when they find out what happened, truly, they're going to come back to her again. So it sets up a lot of layers of story. That's the only reason why I like it.
Yeah, and the video will be there, and it'll come out somewhere down the line.
Exactly. All right, let's hop over to Port Charles.
Okay.
Okay. Well, today I didn't get to see much of it because Mr. Cuomo interrupted it around 2 o'clock and took most of my time. But I'm not mad at him.
Really?
Safety first.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
David.
You want me to start?
Go ahead, David.
Oh,
go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna be nice here, as always.
Wow.
and I'm gonna say,
come on, it's a rebirth.
Regardless of how I felt about this particular part of the baby story, I think kudos goes to each one of the young people and the surrounding players who tugged at our hearts. And boy, did I cry this week.
Okay. Anything else?
We'll bite my lip. We'll bite my lip.
All right, then I'm going to jump
Candice
up. And
is biting her lip.
I don't think Anthony's going to be nice. I have a feeling.
Anthony, I'm going to tell you this right now. Anthony, you better tap into my brain and pull out the one thought that I have about this storyline. And if you do, kudos to you. I'm going to see if you can pull it out.
Okay. Okay, General Hospital. Let me just start by saying,
I'm sending this
over the last couple of months before COVID started, God, were you on fire. I was with you all the way. Even the little freaky little stupid things, you know. Let me give a for instance. Julian and Kelly, what is her name on the show? Oh, God.
Brittany?
Britt.
Yeah. Like what? What the hell is that? Why? Okay? But other than that, like I said, you know, I was basically with you on everything you were doing. I really was. Show was on fire. And then all of a sudden, it just fell apart. I know you're trying to recreate a classic story that everybody loved back in the day with Ned and Alexis and Chloe and Jax. I know y'all thought you was going to get the – but, oh, my God. Okay, you were going to walk up into a courtroom in a custody battle and y'all got married yesterday. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I know that's
They want you to believe. They say to be a soap fan, you have got to suspend your disbelief. Now, people like Anna have come back from the dead People like Anna have come back from the dead 6 damn times, and I'll go with it. If you give me a good enough reason why they didn't really die, even if it's as far-fetched as, the alien came down, touched her head, and she was resurrected, I'll go with it. I really will. But when you take a real-life issue like this, and you tell me I gotta be so stupid, I have to be so dumb, I can't. David, I will absolutely give you that some of the performances have been knock them out of the park good with horrible.
Shout out to Josh.
Yeah, I didn't say I cared for the storyline. I said I liked the performances.
Specific, David. You have to be specific.
I said regardless of how I felt.
Yep. That's what
you have to listen to what I said, regardless of how I felt about it. I didn't say I liked it.
You want to tell me that anybody's going to hire Diane after this fiasco? Oh, come on now.
I know it. That was my thinking. That is my thinking.
I'm gonna do. I tried, y'all. I tried so hard tonight to be really good, but I have to go off. I am sorry. The views of what I'm about to say is my views only, not of Take Two Radio. Please come after me if you feel this way. All right, Anthony was right. For like 6 months ago, we was praising. We was like, "Amen." GH has found their footing. They're on fire. Woo woo. David, I totally agree. The performances has been amazing, okay? But here's where Candice is going to get on the boat. First and foremost, GH, you didn't even have to do the storyline. Michael could have went ahead and did custody on his own. Wait a minute.
Right. Yeah, he could have.
Where's Lucas? This is supposed to be Lucas versus Michael.
That would have been the better custody storyline. Yes.
This is how you set it up, because I thought for sure, I even said it on the show, I said it's going to be a custody battle between Lucas versus Michael. Carly, Bobby, Jocelyn, and them are going to be in the middle part of it. Why did it have to go to a Michael married somebody, okay? Yeah, I agree. Here's the thing. The mixed marriages thing ain't working. We already know. By the way, if y'all kill off Willow because she married Michael, I'm going to be really upset, because every woman that Michael has been with has died. Okay, just want to point that out. The other thing that I have a problem with, DH, you ruined Nicholas. You ruined Nicholas for all of us. Thank you in advance, because you ruined Nicholas.
Oh, baby, I was going in next. Go ahead, girl, because I was going in next. Go.
You ruined Nicholas, okay? You ruined Sasha. I mean, if you're trying to say Sasha is loose, look, here we go. If you are trying to recreate a Lucy Cole 2.0, you failed with Sasha. It ain't going to happen. I enjoyed the Lucy Sasha moments, but at the same time, I was like, no, bro, we're not doing this today. No. This whole Holly situation. Okay, is she or isn't she? Okay, if she is, then I have a real big problem with General Hospital for killing off another character, even though she hasn't been on the show. And I understand they try to contact Emma Sands, but Emma Sands, was diagnosed with COVID and whatnot. But if you're going to do this to prop Peter up, and Pam's not on tonight, so I can say it, kill Peter. Get him. Because practically speaking, this is another Peter's fault. I don't understand why there are certain characters on this show that's acting like I don't get it. Sometimes when I'm watching GH, I'm just like, okay, y'all just went from this to this to this. So when they show these encore presentations, I'm not saying classic flashback, because the day they show a classic flashback from 1993 is when I will give them their props. But when I'm watching it, I'm just like, okay, 6 months ago, this character was in this place. How did we get from this place to that place? Some of the stories does not match up anymore. The only story that I'm still heavily involved in is Mike. That's the only storyline that I'm involved in right now, because I don't know which way this is. I mean, I know which way it's going to go, but it's tugging at my heart. And that's the only thing I can say. Other than that, the Michael Willow thing, Didn't have to happen. Where's Lucas? Where's Fred?
Yeah.
Okay, Sam, I don't know you anymore, Sam McCall. Who are you? Christina, I give you your props for finally saying something, but you shouldn't have said it. And Molly, honey, Molly, Molly,
you in danger, girl. Molly, you in danger, girl. That's all I gotta say.
Molly finally got a storyline. Y'all, give it up for Molly. It took. Come on.
Yeah.
No, nobody clapping.
Baby Hales.
No, I'm Molly and TJ fans. Y'all know how I feel about this because I'm not even interested in that storyline.
I'm sorry. I'll say it. Candice, I'll say what you are not saying. Whatever that crazy bitch, excuse my language, was putting in Alexis's cocktails and power drinks and so on and so forth, she must have had a different cocktail for the rest of the Davis girls because nobody is the same character that they were a year ago. Molly would not have done that. Molly would not have done that. Sam is like some pod person. She is some pod person, don't know who she is. And Christina now suddenly is the most sensible of the Davis girls? What the hell happened? What the hell happened? What are they drinking? Christina is the most sensible of the Davis girls.
But see, you know what the thing is that with this whole Molly thing, Molly sleeping with somebody after, I'm like, that is so, and I kept saying, I said, that is so not like her character. You know, this is a character who has seen the marriages not working out for her sister and her mother, okay, who is kind of like on the like she wants to be her own person, and yet she still wants to be in a relationship. But for her to sleep with the first guy after TJ is quote-unquote kidnapping at the house, I'm like, are you serious? I don't know what they were trying to do. I mean, like I said, the Molly-TJ relationship is one of the longest-running relationships off-screen that we've heard about. Right. And that's the thing. If they would have had some investment with Molly and TJ 4 years ago, and I say that and showing them like on a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, I would be interested in the fact that TJ was kidnapped. If they would have killed TJ, I would have been interested because that would have gave Molly storyline. I just don't understand why. Like GH right now, to me, I feel as though is back in the shape that it was September of last year, a mess. No offense to the actors, because obviously, y'all saw today, right? Y'all like, okay.
No, I didn't see any of them today. Girl, tell me what happened today.
Okay, so here's the deal. Now. And Julian.
Oh God!
Alert for those who don't want to know, but here's the thing: I'm just gonna sing the song. Dun 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 dun. Throw the rice. Dun 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 dun. Need I say more? GH, Nell, and Julian are not Sonny and Emily. Thank you.
Oh God.
Yeah.
GH, you cannot do. You cannot do what I think you're about to do. You cannot give custody to Nell and Julian. You cannot do this. You cannot do this, GH. No.
I just want to point this out. GH, you know how we feel. You know how I feel about you. But I've been said that they were going to give that child to Nell. Somehow, some way, Nell was going to blackmail somebody to get that baby. Even the dogs agree.
I thought it was going to be Valentine. I really did. And even that, you cannot give the baby to Nell and Valentine. You know, the only way, like if she somehow blackmailed Chase or, you know, even Dr. Finn. But Nell and Julian, you cannot give this baby to Nell and Julian and expect me to swap. Suspension of disbelief. You better send me an alien out the sky. A little green man better come out the sky because otherwise this story is for the birds. Cuckoo.
It's out of this world. I wouldn't be surprised if the judge came down with a decision and said, no one gets him.
That's why I said,
it makes him a ward of the state.
You know what's going to happen? They're going to go back to the Bible and the judge is going to say, you know what? We'll just cut it in half, and each of you can have a half. I mean, seriously.
Oh, God.
He held all the things Julian has done, including holding a knife against his wife's throat. No, you cannot give this baby to Nell and Julian. No, GH. I see where you're going. Oh, God, no. Why?
Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why.
And the judge better see that as grandstanding.
Well, it's the battle of the marriages. Y'all all done got married yesterday. Y'all all got married yesterday. Now you're up in here.
I'm gonna hold. I want to hold out hope that he's gonna say both of them were grandstanding.
And give it to who? Sonny and Carly? Oh, they're pillars of the fucking community. Excuse my language. They're pillars of the community. Yeah. Give it to Sonny and Carly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but Nina's been pining for a baby for 6 years now. Let's just give it to Nina.
Well, there you go. Hey, isn't she supposed to take the stand too?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
That's
when the secret's gonna come out, because somebody's gonna be wearing that little heart-shaped necklace, and bing bang boom, she's gonna go ape banana poop. You know, poop out the other word for poop, right? She's gonna go ape poop when she sees that heart-shaped necklace while she's on the stand. Mark my words. Mark these words right now. 2 weeks from now, when we are back with J2 Radio, y'all are all going to be saying, oh, you know your soaps, Anthony. You know your soaps.
Well, wait a minute, because GH is about to run out of episodes.
Right.
As of May 22nd.
First.
Oh, that's right.
I think,
right.
guys, you know that
Thursday.
we've discussed that Candice and Anthony are great at storytelling stories. Well, when this ends, because they're not going to be taping, you guys need to come up with your storyline and
Fan
just
fiction?
carry it on. I think that would.
Oh, they ain't gonna like what I got. They ain't gonna like what I got to write.
They ain't gonna like. Yeah, they ain't gonna like. I'm picking on GH. You gonna be with me, Anthony?
Yeah, I'm with you, girl. We're gonna tear it all up and do it the way it should have been done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you two need to get together, and we'll do that for a few episodes and say how do you like this storyline?
Because Peter, can I bring this up again, because Peter is so prominent in everything. How come not a single person is mentioning the twin study? Brian and Kevin, Anna and Alex, Jason, and why is not a single person mentioning this in all the things that they talk about with Peter?
Because they dropped the story.
I was so with you 5 months ago. I was so with you.
They dropped that storyline. Thing is that they could have. You know,
here's your chance.
You know, the Agnes Nixon, William J. Bell, the Ted and Betsy Corday, the Douglas Marlin, the Gloria Monty, the Bridget and Jerome Dobson. They're all in my head right now. Well, no, they're in my head right now saying, Candice, honey.
Yeah, do it.
Don't. But I will say it. GH, you are not going to get any type of nod for next year if you keep it up. I mean, I see what you were trying to do. No, I'm going to say this. If this May Sweet thing was supposed to be the court hearing, you failed. Because what it should have been, again, it should have been Lucas versus Michael. I don't understand why you did not do the storyline, because it would have pinned Michael versus Lucas, Bobby versus Carly, okay? In the sense of these are two parents who wants the best for their children.
Divided.
Yeah, Yeah, Nell would have been a factor, obviously, because she would have been Brad. Okay, yeah, people would have took to the stand to justify the characteristics of both people. Okay.
Okay.
The fact that Michael
Girl, can I point one more thing out in this whole scenario? Just one more thing.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Sonny is the head of the mob in Port Charles, and he gonna turn around and say things like, "Oh, this is Michael's battle. This is Michael's thing to take care of." You done rubbed Nell out about 4 months ago. They would have found a finger and a nose somewhere, and that'd have been it. Yeah. Come on. Sorry, Candice, I did not mean to. Well, I did mean to interrupt because I did it, but
it's okay because I do that sometimes too, and I don't mean it. But you know how passionate we are about these. This is under the WTF moment. What the fuck were you thinking, GH? Because again, it's like, GH, you're not even trying anymore. And I mean, and I'm not being funny when I know how I feel. Is that right now? I hope while all this is happening. I mean, again, this was unpredicted. You know, nobody saw this coming. But I do hope that the writers at GH, Chris and Dan, because your guys are the co-head writers, that you get together with your writing team on Zoom on Friday night during wine night. I know y'all guys do it. And y'all need to come out with an outline of all the characters you currently have on your roster. Like, seriously.
Uh-huh. And call me and Candice, because we will be more than happy to assist you. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I don't have anything to do because you need to think about the fact that, all right, this whole Michael, like, it's not 1953 actually done a custody hearing without having Willow and Michael get married. Like, that's my biggest issue is that you did not have to do a marriage thing. You could have just had two guys going for custody. And you could have had all of the dirt come out.
Or they could have gone the more realistic route. That Willow was so enamored with the whole situation, and there's always been a low level of feelings between them, that suddenly her heart's torn and so on and so forth, and this poor little boy needs a mother, and bing, bang, boom, they actually fall in bed for a legitimate reason rather than putting Sasha and Chase in a fake bed.
But see, here's the thing. I would actually have done the two, like Michael versus Lucas, because still had Willow as the character witness and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And they could have also gave her custody of the baby. Well, he's not a baby anymore. He's about to be a toddler. So, because that the judge would look at Mike and be like, Michael Corinthos,
right.
You know, you have a criminal record. You are associated with Sonny Corinthos, okay? And
you took an axe to your stepmama.
Right.
You'll see that next week, Candice.
Huh?
You'll see that next week. I saw.
Classic Friday.
Because Michael has to speak up for his actions.
Right. And then you have Lucas. I mean, okay, Lucas is, Brad. You know, the stuff that Brad did. You know, that Lucas, you know, he doesn't have that much dirt on him. Thank God. But, you know, Carly, damn. You know, it's also, and the Jerome family. How did I forget that? So it's both of these men have issues that stem from their father. So the judge is like, okay, you know what? For the benefit of this child, I'm placing custody with, and you know, of course, Nell is kind of a factor, but you know, he's like, So how is Willow going to deal with having a child and being in a relationship with Chase? Because Chase wants that. So the reality is going to be, okay, Chase now has a family. How do they adjust to that? And then what happens if they do take away the child? See, there you go, storyline. Bam.
There.
Boom. 5 minutes.
You know what my biggest fear with this whole COVID-19 situation is? That when production resumes, that they going to pull the Days of Our Lives, and it's going to be a time jump, and all of this is going to be somewhat resolved, and then we're going to have to look at flashbacks as to, That is my biggest fear. Because as General Hospital, oh God.
They'll kill
Y'all know
baby
that I've been with you. I'm not going to say how many decades, but it's multiple decades, General Hospital. I've been with you. I've been with you, and I'm still with you now. I've been with you now. No, girl, I wasn't even born in 1973. I mean, but seriously, no, it's not that far off, though.
Hey, could the judge award...
All right, I'll say it.
Could the judge award...
1978.
I was close.
Maybe the judge could award Wiley back to Lucas. Because he's the father he knows.
It'd be a wonderful little storyline twist, but they ain't gonna go that way.
Because
they're gonna come back from all this.
They would have to be invested with Lucas being on permanently, like a real, like he would be shown.
Yeah, and maybe the fact is that Ryan isn't always available because he is recurring.
Not by choice.
Okay, one more storyline that we have to hit on at least before we go into whatever else we're going to go into tonight. Brooklyn. Lulu. What is going on? You brought on Dusty, and I started to really get involved with Dusty. I was saying to myself, okay, I think I'm liking some of this. The what is going on now?
You talking with Chase?
I'm talking with I'm talking with Brooklyn and Lulu and it doesn't make sense, first off. Second of all, these are grown women. Now, I know that there are rivalries, but if you want to give a grown woman rivalry, that's one thing. But they're acting like they're still in high school. They weren't even in high school together.
Absolutely.
There's a fictional.
No,
the only thing that they got
in the
right.
same neighborhood.
The only thing that they got right was the retelling of what happened with Dante. Other than that, the rest of it is all bogus. Oh God. I'm sorry. I said it 2 years ago. I said it last year, and I'm gonna say it now. It's time to either send her to Amsterdam with her father or kill her. They should have killed her with Ryan Chamberlain, but
oh no,
there's no need.
Okay, wait a minute. There's
more.
breaking news. There's breaking news.
What?
Breaking news. So ABC just announced that the 2-hour special, the story of Soap, is now going to be on at 9. They May 19th. Okay.
Oh,
there you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, that's a little disappointing. Okay, go ahead.
Oh no, 9/11 is fine. Oh, 9/11 is fine.
I'm serious though, people. Mark my words, they're going to come back and go back into production, and they're going to do a time jump too. They're going to do a time jump. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it.
I know
David?
This subject has been brought up in another soap venue. So I was wondering if you probably saw the same venue I did.
No, this is all coming out of my own soap watching since 1978 vein.
Yeah.
No, I did not see it.
I mean, there's been talk about what soap should do. I mean, should they follow Days' time jump?
Yeah.
I don't say a time jump. I always say a fast forward because, technically speaking, Days of Our Lives is in 2021. Okay, they jumped a year. I think it should be like a 6-month, 5 months later or 6 months after the last whatever scene. Yeah, you're going to have to do a summary of what has happened, what's been, da-da-da-da-da. But with General Hospital needs a straight-up reboot. We need a restart, a reset, and what they need to do, and I doubt, I mean, obviously they're going to, like, September, October, so wrap up 2020. But in 2021, they're going to need to flush out the cast. There's some people, there's some characters. I know people want to say, but Candice, you don't want people to get fired. I don't. But at the same time, I don't want characters that doesn't have a purpose on these shows. And General Hospital, no offense, has 20 characters that doesn't have a purpose that they're trying to make a purpose for. And the thing is that they're swallowing story where we know, like just now, this custody hearing was supposed to be their main storyline, if you think about it, because it would have been Michael versus Lucas. It would have been Julian versus Sonny, and it would have had Nell. It would have had Willow. It would have had the primetime players that you saw in that epic promo, and Chad Duell, okay? And the fact that they kind of, like, let that go because they want to put everybody, it's just, you're suffocating your own show, in a sense. And in my opinion, they're also suffocating the viewers. Now, I know there's some viewers who are enjoying it, and I'm not taking that away from you guys. But then there's some of us who are just like, this could have been so much more. Right. Mm-hmm. It could have been so much more without you busting up Willow and Chase. And the fact that, you know, Michael does have a record, you know, with women, you know, and the fact that this ties into, it could have tied into, obviously it's tying into Willow and Chase, but it could have did, you know, with the child, with Nina. I mean, they're trying to bring up the Nina storyline in this storyline. It's like you can't.
Now, if they had Nell blackmail, what's his name, Valentine, and they got married, and then on the stand, I'm telling you it's going to happen anyway, but on the stand, Nina gets to look at that heart-shaped locket and starts to unravel and goes back shit. I'm cursing again. I'm so sorry. Goes back poop. You know, it might have been worth it. Might have been worth it. But right now, it just doesn't make no kind of sense. None. And then
going back to the writer's strike years ago, when they all started up again. What do you remember? How did the dynamics change then?
Gavin Wolf shouldn't have been fired from GH.
Which one?
Well, we're talking about GH.
I think there were a couple.
What happened?
There were two, I think.
It was.
There was one, I believe.
That went on for how long did that go on for? That went on for quite a while.
Well,
there was one I remember. 80s, was it in the 80s, 90s?
Yeah, the one in the 80s, they picked up right where they left off. And there was only like I think maybe 2 weeks of no airing or not airing of new shows, and they picked right up where they left off. The one in the 90s, they actually didn't go on strike. They hired people to come in and screw things up.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is going to be a precedent with this COVID, and for any of us to think that the dynamics are not going to change with anything, including the soap operas. It amazes me. Yeah, amazes me what's going on. I mean, there's big corporations.
Because the first soap back in is the one in Australia.
Yes.
And they've already put in the guidelines, and they're doing the no touching. And I can't. Candice, what's the name of that soap opera?
So it's Neighbors. Neighbors.
Is it Neighbors?
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
And Neighbors is one of the world's most popular shows.
Yeah,
it's like Bold and the Beautiful out of Australia. They're shown all over the world except for here. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Well, but
they're already doing the guidelines that Scott Clifton is saying that.
Hey, Neighbors, by the way, I can give you guys an exclusive announcement, and this is my pop princess. Now, the queen is Madonna, and there's a couple of under princesses. Kylie Minogue, who you all know can't get you out of my head, and she's absolutely gorgeous, by the way, started her career on Neighbors. So now that Neighbors had their suspension and so on and so forth, their big draw is that Kylie Minogue is appearing in 3 episodes to show the Neighbors, fan base from the 80s, back when she was Charlene. She played Charlene. What happened to her all these years later? So she will be appearing in 3 episodes when Neighbors comes back on.
Right. And Home and Away, because that's enough. Home and Away. Oh, my God. Home and Away. So one of their characters was Sally Fletcher. And Sally is the equivalent of Robin Scorpio. Like we've seen. So they've been talking about her returning once, everything clears up, because they're trying to figure out the rules for that show as well. So, yeah. Some international soap news for y'all.
The honest truth is, as far as these proposed, guidelines and so on and so forth are concerned, we haven't seen a lot of love in the afternoon in the longest time to begin with. If we're going to look at General Hospital, the last couple that actually made love was Nina and Jax. Ain't nobody made love since then.
Chase and Willow.
Who was the couple? Oh, that's right. Chase and Willow. Yes, you're right. I'm sorry, David. And the fakeness between Chase and Sasha, but we haven't seen love in the afternoon in that kind of caliber in the longest time. So it really actually probably isn't going to affect us much. And they'll probably find a way that one woman can still slap another woman. She'll just be in the kitchen washing dishes, and she'll be wearing one of them big rubber gloves. Boom. And it'll be a resounding slap, and the glove will go across the room.
And you just won't see it. Hey, we're a little pressed, so we better get on with. We'll probably only do 5. It's 8:27.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to go.
All right. So I would like to start this. It's the
Why don't we do one?
moment.
Why don't we go around?
Okay.
We'll do one apiece and then go around again and around again and around again.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. David, do you want to go first?
Oh yeah. Yeah. The one we've already been talking about it. This dumb wedding. I wanted to throw.
Come on, David. You can do better than that.
No, remember, Candice? I said I was on the chat the other day, and you brought up the topic, and I said I can name one right now, Candice.
Yep, the wedding.
What's the one I was thinking about?
The wedding.
All right, Carolyn.
Yep.
Carolyn, your WTF moment for Days of Our Lives?
Oh, the worst?
Michael and Willow's wedding.
Like your WTF.
The moment when you looked at the screen and said, what the what?
Oh, there's so many. You've caught me off guard. Oh dear. Oh, I can't. Oh. Candice, you go next and let me think about it.
Okay. So my WTF moment actually comes from, I didn't know if we was going past and present, so I picked Gone Light for this. Y'all should have known this. My WTF moment from Gone Light is when Holly was nursery rhyme stalker.
Oh God, girl, yes.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
They
brought that up.
The reunion.
I remember.
That has
they brought that up in that reunion. Yeah.
She could have went crazy. Could have. But she was literally doing nursery rhymes like, hey, diddle, diddle, the cat in the company. I'm like, what the? And as a kid watching that, I thought it was cool, but at the same time, I was like, why is this old lady really, why she got all these kids? I understand she lost a kid.
Is that same one they called the Pied Piper storyline?
Yeah, the nursery rhyme. Yeah, that was the nursery rhyme storyline. But my question, I didn't think. Here's the thing: it was a good storyline, but it shouldn't have been for that character.
Yeah,
for Holly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for Holly,
right.
Because you. Yeah, so that was my WTF moment. Okay.
Okay,
right.
so
I'm gonna go next.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right. So now I want to give you two. I'm going to give you a bonus one. Okay. This is a nighttime soap. This will forever be one of my WTF moments ever, period. Melrose Place ended a season where Kimberly was in the car accident, bing, bang, boom, dum, dum, dum. Now they come back, and she finds Dr. Michael, and they're in the hotel room, and they're making love, and then she goes into the bathroom, shuts the door, and snatches off her wig. I said,
oh, my God.
Yep. Come back to daytime soaps.
I remember
one of
that.
my WTF. Right? Come on. Everybody fell off their couch. They dropped their drinks. They fell off the couch. Somebody punched somebody. It was just one of those moments. Now, my first daytime moment is WTF for both yes, and what the hell? One Life to Live. As they were ending their run, you had this beautiful moment with Vicky where she was talking about their soap within a soap fraternity row, blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
Only to find out that One Life to Live was a soap opera. It's soap from Allison Perkins. I said, what?
Oh, my God.
What?
Yeah. Oh, geez.
What?
Yes.
It was great, but it was also like, what? That's me. Go ahead, Carolyn. Give us your best What Days of Our Lives moment.
Well, it's recent, but Stacey Hudak was talking about the prosthetics that they had to do her teeth when she played Susan.
When she bit the rope. Oh, God, tell me when she bit the rope.
Yes.
Yes. That was one of the best moments. Yes.
Well, she was talking about it at the event. I mean, we were falling off our chairs. She said, people, you have no idea what went on behind the scenes with those teeth and how many times they had to make them and fit them. And oh, God. Anyways, that was priceless.
All right, David, you're number two. What?
Oh, my God. Let me see. I got to go back. All right. You guys Carolyn might be the only one who could probably remember this. It was Guiding Light, and it was back in the 80s. And it turned out it was the story about the disappearance of Tom Reardon and how it got everybody involved on a fishing trip. And it's hard to explain because it was so long ago, but that was one of them that I liked because it involved everybody. And I said, so that was early 80s.
That goes back quite a while.
Yeah.
Okay. So I had an honorable mention for Primetime one as well. And anybody knows me knows this was my pet peeve. On Party of Five, y'all know everyone's y'all know that show.
Oh yes.
Charlie had cancer. The following week he was cured. Really? I was like, what? And I remember cussing, and my great grandmother, Dr. Soul, she popped me in my mouth when I said the word because I was like, how could he have cancer? When I say cancer, I mean he had it bad. Like they was like day 4. He was, they was like doing the montage of shaving his head and everything like that.
He was on his way out.
He was on his way. Like they was like the treatment, and then the next week on a very special Party of Five, Charlie, you've been cured. What the?
They did a time jump and didn't tell you, did they?
They didn't do no time jump. They were getting ready for Jennifer Love Hewitt to do the time of her life on Fox. That came on Wednesday night. Okay. So then my daytime was Sunset Beach ending. Okay.
Oh, God.
Oh, I can't remember that.
Anybody who watched Sunset Beach knows that the story of Ben and Meg was like the center of the whole thing. When it was announced that the show was canceled, people were trying to figure out how they want to wrap it up. If you have not seen the ending of Sunset Beach on YouTube, I'm spoiling it for you right now. Basically, it was all a dream. It was taking a page out of St. Elsewhere. For y'all who don't know about that show, look it up. A page of the Newhart Show, look it up.
Yep.
Because it was all the stuff that happened was in Meg's dream. So basically, everybody was people in her little farm town, but it wasn't. Everything that happened on Sunset Beach was a dream. Everything.
Every single thing, basically.
Everything.
Even you have a very good memory, so.
Yeah, well, that's why.
All right, Carolyn, you want to go?
And oh my God, so not over it.
Well, I used to watch The Bold and the Beautiful way back when Caroline and Ridge got married. Does everyone remember that?
Yes.
I was 5.
And then when she fainted and then ended up in the hospital, and I just I remember I said, "Oh, here we go. Do you all remember that?"
I sure do. Yes, I do. Okay, so I'm gonna go.
Yeah, you go ahead.
What the moments, and for my number 2 moments, there are a couple of ties again. But my what number 2 moments are the most idiotic and what were they thinking comebacks. And why did they even bother? So I'm going to do 3. The first one being Miss Sheila Carter serving mozzarella sticks up in, like, what? What? You had Kimberlyn Brown, Miss Sheila Carter, and you have her serving mozzarella sticks up in the bar, okay? Now, my number 2, what? You brought Lisa Rinna back, the original Billy, and her lips, because her lips had their own dressing room.
Stop it.
You brought her back, and it was like, what? That was number 2.
Okay.
Now,
that one I
my
guess.
number 3 is kind of controversial, but I think you guys will get on board with me. My number 3, what, comes from General Hospital.
Shocking.
And now, shocking, exactly. My number 3, what? Okay, I'm sorry. Some people love this storyline, but for me, it was just like, what? You brought back Natalia. You got a great setup. You brought her back. I was all invested as the twin Rebecca. And then it was like, what? The only good thing about that what was when she was on the plane and got with the Xander lookalike. Other than that, that whole storyline was like, what? Okay.
My list. Saw that list.
Am I wrong, Candy Girl? Am I wrong? In any one of those 3, you brought these powerhouse people back and did like the only thing I remember about Lisa Rinna was her lips. I don't remember anything. And stand there around the graves. I'm like, wait, you're working with John? Wait, are you working with John or are your lips working with John? I don't know.
Oh, God.
Go ahead,
okay.
David. What's your number 3?
Oh, God. It's a primetime one. I'm going back to Melrose Place. Jane and Sydney trying to bury Richard in the ground.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God,
Do you remember that one?
Oh, God, yes.
Now, these 2 slight women are trying to carry a 6-foot man.
Do you have a daytime number 3, or is that it for you?
Let me see here.
Because Candice, my number 3 is I know you're on board with my number 3.
Well, I gotta tell you what my number 3 is. You're gonna be like,
let Candice go. I can't think of one off my head right now.
Okay. So again, it's have a time, prime time and daytime here. Okay, prime time. At a very young age, I learned that love sucks because the WTF moment for me was on 90210 behind Brenda Walsh's back. Oh yes. Oh yes. Let me tell you, I may not have been a teenager. I may not have been a preteen, but I understood. You don't kiss your best friend while your best friend is in Paris pour Francais, okay? I learned that at a young moment. And then you're going to have the nerve to say, well, we didn't know it was going to be like this. Kelly, that's why he didn't choose you. Well, you know, depending on if your father runs. Okay, so can you tell I'm still heated about that all these years? So my other WT from daytime, this was kind of when this happened and finding out what happened later on that night. It really did. I did say a WTF moment, and it comes from Passion when the character of Timmy died. But then you found out on Entertainment Tonight that the actor Josh Evans passed away the same day.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Was one of those moments you talk about being like, wow, like the irony of that thing, you know, the character he played, and then later on passed away in real life. So yeah.
Okay. So my number 4. No, wait. What are we on? 3 or 4?
Yeah,
we on 3. We on 3.
Yeah,
okay.
I was on 3.
So my number 3, and I have another primetime one for you guys on number 4. But my number 3 is also a tie, and it's a tie on both ends of the spectrum. So I'll go with the crazy what the first. Okay. My number 3 moment was on Garden Light. I'm sorry, Candice. I'm so sorry, girl, but when they brought the Reva clone and 3 weeks later, she was a full-grown adult. What the? Girl, they tried so hard to make that storyline work. They really did. But I mean,
story.
It was just like, what? And honestly, you know, we had like dark shadows. We had some some stuff going on in soap operas at that point. But this was really the first out of the box, like extremely like what? Wait, she was a zygote 3 weeks ago, and now
they were taking the idea. I'm going to defend this. They were trying to take the idea because, you know, that's when they had Dolly the sheep, right? Remember the sheep? They cloned the sheep. It was a sheep, right? And remember, right. And they remember people kept saying if they clone an animal, what it will be like if they clone a human, because they were so serious about doing that. They can't do it. So Guy Light took that, you know, theory and was like, okay, if you lost a loved one and you wanted to bring them back, you could do this. So I applaud. See, Guy Light was thinking ahead of the game. Y'all hear Guy Light? I'm defending that storyline.
All right.
Reva wanted to go now, see Catherine Chancellor too.
Now, my other side of that what is something that was brilliantly, so classically, no one has ever duplicated it. It was never done as well before. It has never been done. It has never been done as well since. I'm talking about the Corinth serial killer murders. That is the only storyline that can involve the serial killer that was just like, what the, yes.
I'm going to end the show right there. There you go.
I think you made Candice very happy.
Yeah.
I was on the edge of I was still young too. I was on the edge of my seat for weeks, and they hit every beat. It was scary. It was dramatic. It was everything you could ever ask of a serial killer storyline. And they didn't try to make a brain tumor or some weird kind of crap. Nobody came back from the dead. It was you got killed. You dead. You dead. Bury them. That's it. Ain't coming back.
And it wasn't day player number 2. It was people who've been on the show since the jump. That's why, like, today with like the murder mysteries, especially on Days of Lives. I'm sorry, I never buy anybody's dead on Days anymore. GH, you just screw it up all the time. Young and Restless and Bold, y'all need to do one too. kill flow. But oh my God. Thank you, Jane Elliott, for doing that too. We got to give Jane Elliott her props. I want to get emotional talking about. Okay, that was a good thing.
Yep.
Caroline, what you got? What number we on? 4? 4, right? Okay.
David, number 4. Go ahead.
Oh, Lord, let me see. Yeah, it was Guiding Light, and it was the time travel story where Reva and Josh went into a painting.
Oh God, yes.
I'm off. I'm not talking about that.
You remember?
You can't defend that one, you can't, Candice. You just
I
can't.
don't want to because I black out all the time. I black that out.
All right, Carolyn, you got a number 4?
Okay. And I read this somewhere, and I really thought it was Dynasty with Joan Collins and what was the blonde's name? Oh,
Crystal.
I know. Crystal.
Linda Evans.
Crystal.
Linda Evans. Yes, she was married to Yanni, but go ahead.
Yeah, Linda Evans. And I remember watching an interview with her, and it was extras that did the fight scene in the pool, and they were laughing. Yeah. That I sat there and I said, "Oh my God, those ladies are really good actresses." The ripping off of the wigs, and oh my God. Anyways, that was way back. What was it, in the 80s? 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead, Carolyn. Go ahead, Candice. What's your number 4?
My number 4 comes from Another World. I have 2 of them. Shout out to Another World. Hi, Another World. Okay, my first one is the series finale, when the ape crashed Cass and Lala's wedding. That ape really loved Cass. I'm just going to let that go because that was the WTF month. I was like, really? Are we really doing this? This is how we're going to wrap up 35 years of Another World with an ape at a wedding. And them doing the Macarena. Okay,
oh my
WTF.
God, Candice.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Go ahead, girl.
Yeah. And the next one was the 3,000-year-old man. This is when Another World's final year was kind of like making me question some things. Joe. WTF moment was that? That was a 3,000-year-old man who came back because he saw a spirit that looked like his former lover. I don't even want to talk about it.
Well, girl, it is so funny. It must be like the stars, the moons, and the planets are aligned because my number 4, and I have a primetime 1 bonus as well, but my number 4 daytime actually involves a monkey family too. Let's go way back, everybody. ABC, Ryan's Hope, and the gorilla. And the gorilla. It was like, what? You are trying to recreate, what was that movie where he climbed up on the Empire State Building?
King Kong.
King Kong, thank you. What? Delia and the gorilla. What? Okay.
Oh, my God.
Now, my primetime soap moment comes from Dallas. And this is a great what.
One you liked?
You
or one you
either loved it or you hated it. Now, me personally,
what about
I
you?
loved it. This my primetime moment. They did, again, a whole season go by, this and that. Don't really matter what happened. Then they open up the next season. She done wake up in the bed. She done hear the shower going, blah, 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 blah. And bam, Bobby ain't dead.
Good morning, honey.
It was all a dream. It was one of those great what's. For me, now, a lot of people hated it. I will admit that. But for me, I was like,
that was a mix.
Because Patrick they wanted Patrick back to save the show, more or less.
It sure did save that show. It was on for another 3 years. It sure did.
Yeah.
All right, that was number 4. Let's go on down to number 5. Last one. David?
Oh, Lord. Jeez Louise, where are we? Jeez, I can't think. Why don't you go on, Candice?
Okay.
I don't have any right now.
Okay, so this was a 3-way tie for number 5. I'm sorry, but I have to do it. Falcon Crest. Maggie's drowning. Look, you don't take a character like Maggie, and the struggle was real. I don't mean that in any kind of fact. But when they had her drown, woo! The ratings went down, and that was a WT. I still remember to this day my great-grandmother saying, what the hell?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's one of my ties. Another one comes from Dynasty Kobe, and I think everybody knows this. This is where you call Jump the Shark. It's when Fallon went to see the aliens. You know?
Yes. Oh, Lord.
The aliens walked her, and she was like,
that was almost as bad as the man at the bottom of the lake, but go ahead. Yes.
Right. Okay. This one really hurt me. It comes from Dawson's Creek. I don't want to wait. Okay. Is what the... Y'all killed Jen off? Y'all killed Jen. Y'all didn't kill Jen. Y'all killed Jen. That's all I got. That's my number 5. Oh, and the honorable mention, General Hospital. Y'all, what the fuck? You killed Alan Quartermain?
Yes.
Oh, yep.
You don't do that.
That was a mistake.
And y'all still suffering from that. See what happened? You're still suffering. Okay, how's that look?
Okay, my number 5, I have chosen 3 classic, iconic soap opera moments. At least in my world. 2 of them come from One Life to Live, because y'all all know that up until about 10 years ago, I was ABC and ABC only, basically. I'd pop over to other channels when good stuff was going on, but basically, you know, my loyalty was ABC. So 2 of them from One Life to Live. Okay, so it's Tina done went over the waterfalls, and then a couple of months later done stumbled into Claude's wedding. Oh, when she went over those falls. Now, I'm going to go further back with One Life to Live. When Miss Karen was on the sand and she was brought to the point, she tried to dodge it, she tried to evade it, she tried to double talk, she tried everything, and then she jumped up and screamed, "You want me to say I was a hooker? That I took money for sleeping with men? I was a hooker! I was a hooker!" Little kid, and I was just like,
that was,
oh my God,
our dear Judith Light.
That was dramatic like I've never seen. Now, the third moments are tied, because I think in the last 10 years, these are the 2 best episodes of soap opera I have seen in the last 10 years. The first one goes to Miss Allison screaming during the whole dream sequence when she found out about EJ and Abigail. That whole episode, I was just like, oh, yes, you go, girl. She put Jennifer in her. Oh, my God, it was so good. And the second best episode was Miss Maura West, when she went to identify Kiki's body.
Oh, yeah.
And she started screaming,
yeah.
You wake up right now. And she went, in one episode, she went from passion and lovemaking to slapping Griffin to identifying in one
one episode, my girl gave you every emotion you can ever see on a soap opera. How she did not win? Okay, I'm going to pull myself back together now. All right, I'm done. Good.
Oh, guys, this has been fun, but we gotta call it a night.
We gotta call it a night.
Oh.
Yeah.
We got a couple of more minutes. I go back a long time, and I remember when soap operas went from 15 minutes to a half an hour, and also went from black and white to color. And that was quite something to see them like in real life. Their real color hair, the color of the clothes.
Right.
Wow. That goes back
Carolyn,
way.
Do you remember when Maggie was a farmer? Oh, my God.
That's when I was watching As the World Turns. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
There you go.
Yep. Those were the days.
How long were you watching Days, Carolyn?
Oh, how long have I been watching Days of Our Lives? Oh, jeez.
When it was black and white.
Beginning.
Days? No. I was As the World Turns. I didn't start watching Days until way later. And I watched. I saw the first time The Young and the Restless. I remember Hasselhoff, and I know I have to go back a long time.
Yep, it goes back further than that because he wasn't the original Snapper.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, you know another WTF moment? I just thought about the daytime Emmys on TV.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's one for all of us.
I shouldn't say on TV. I mean on headline news.
Oh, actually,
okay.
They were better than the Oscars.
Yeah.
They were better than the Oscars at one time.
Okay, here's an ultimate WTF moment. And I know it was bad with God and Light. I know it was bad with As the World Turns. But when ABC announced in one shot, bye-bye all my children, bye-bye one, like, we going to put on a cooking show.
What?
Yeah.
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 I'll give you one even better. The fact WTF, Procter & Gamble, canceled all their not one yet. Think about that. That if they WTF moment of them canceling the soap, they started out with 9, now we're down to 4, and we're lucky. We're blessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to call it.
All right.
Well,
Tom,
everyone, hopefully we'll be able to bring you our own soap opera on the next show. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Yeah, work on that,
coming, guys.
Work on that.
Yeah. And we'll probably have another theme episode, obviously. But if you guys have any ideas for us, let us know. Hit us up. Take Two Radio. Twitter, Facebook.
Right.
We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Individually. 2 weeks, buddy.
Okay.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Yes, you can.
Stay tuned.